It's December 2024, and in this video, which is inspired by an update on a topic that I discussed before, I'm going to actually be discussing 3 different topics, but they're all going to be under the same umbrella. Now, I've talked about in recent times, for example, false prophets, and that is not necessarily religious based. See that video about that. And then I focused on 2, I'm word crafting here, alternative remedies. One begins as Ivor and the other one begins as Hydro. And I discussed the issues with Ivor and Hydro as well. But then I did a video about a group with cult-like mind setting, and this is where the update part comes in. And I had discussed in that video about an individual named Danny and how he's like the messiah of promoting this Ivor remedy, and everyone was praising him and everything else. But the update is this: apparently, unfortunately, he passed away in March of 2023, and a lot of people, most people, didn't even know. And this other social media that I was directed to, that I can communicate with him, and I guess others do as well, was being run by someone else who never disclosed, from what I understand, that he passed away. And I found that it was terrible that he passed away, but I found that interesting because it's exactly cult-like setup, where some people knew that he passed away, but because he was using the descriptive of the Messiah for this Ivor, it was more important to them to maintain that and really push that agenda. And again, it's sad that he passed away, and why. But it appears, from my understanding, that it had to do with taking Ivor. And I'll never forget when I was in that group being ridiculed, mocked, attacked, blocked, to the point where I was booted out of the group and blocked from that group. And apparently there's no trace of me being in that group. I mean, any posts, comments, or replies that I made are all gone. That's very telling. And I really have been highlighting for many years how all these groups and everything else are allowed, just like this one. And now this segues into another group that decided to join, check out, and reading the people's comments and replying to some posts and comments, and how people again are attacking me. I don't expect to be very long in this group until I get booted out. The reason why I say that, because I made a post not going along with the official narrative of the group, but it did have to do with the group, with a more realistic approach. And that post got taken down. Then I reposted, why was my post taken down? And then reposted it in the comment, my post. The same thing I did in this other group with this Danny person and Ivor. Same things are unfolding. It's just basically a repeat, and I've seen this repeat over the years, over and over. So that's why I'm saying I don't anticipate being very long in that group. And probably, if I don't get booted, I'd probably just end up leaving anyway, because I just get bored. I digress. And then there's an individual in this group who is, again, the commoner, the people, can relate to this person because they're acting and reacting the same way they are, and telling people what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. And they're really promoting this individual almost like a hero-like status. And we see the same thing where I've talked about the whole so-called protest of rubber and how they elevated these groups of men. And we watch those videos about that. I don't want to get on that tangent. But this group has their own, at least one or maybe even a couple more people that they really promote and really pump up. And again, all these people in this group are going to be let down. Just like a cycle that repeats. So all this falls under one umbrella, where people are not interested in the truth. It's what they want the truth to be. And they're going to have some perceived guru that's going to lead the way, and usually fizzles out. Sometimes not before a lot of people get into trouble. So this is really what I wanted to address, how this other group that I talked about, with this cult-like hive mind set going on, and the very person that they were pumping up and elevating, Danny, rest in peace, had passed away March 2023, linked to the very thing all these things are people are pushing, the Ivor. And now we're seeing this, I'm seeing the same thing again in this other group. And all these people scream out loud how awake they are. I don't know what more I can say. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, when is it going to get easier? When you die.